Okay, so looking back the way, there's that cottage there. Dunbarney House is kind of over those trees. That's looking back towards where we've come. There's Moncrief Hill again. There's the Misty Mountains over there. And we're back on this track here. Oh, this looks a bit dark, I don't know. Because I think the trees are showing a shadow. Now we're about to come up to like an L-shaped house that when my oldest daughter, who's 23, when she was about 3, I think, she called this house the Three Little Pigs house, so we always refer to it as that evermore. It's actually pretty large, but it looks like the brick house that the third little pig built. Here we are, so that's where we've come from again. And here we are, that's the Three Little Pigs house there. So there's the Three Little Pigs house, we're just walking past that. And at this point in the walk, Millie would turn left to continue her walk. So I hope this doesn't confuse you, but I'm going to just do a little detour where the you-know-what will be. Okay, so here we are at the junction with the Three Little Pigs house. Millie would carry on walking down there through the trees, and we'll pick up this path again in a minute, but for now we're going to go this way. There'll be a lot more leaves and kind of autumn colours, so I may have to do this again in a wee while when the colours start to change, but it's actually like summer at the moment. The last few days have been very warm. I'm not sure what that is. What's that? What was that, John? Was that just? Quarry. Oh, that's the old quarry. Just testing. Oh, that's looking back towards Dunbarney House in the distance. Don't know if you can see that. You might. I don't know if you can zoom in. By the way, the mill that we're going to walk to, not far from there was a murder. It's the oldest unsolved murder in Scotland, actually, and if you Google unsolved murder Perthshire and maybe put Forgandenny or Bridge of Earnin, you'll see that it is on this farmland that the murder happened. So that's something of historical interest that you might even want to include in the book, that Millie might well know about. An inquiring young mind. Oh, there's those hills, look at them, aren't they lovely? There's the back of my house there, and here we are. I'm going to switch off now for a minute. Okay, that's where we've come from. Three Little Pigs is down there. That is another driveway to my house, and that leads down to Forgandenny Road. So here we are. Now the path here should be there, but it's overgrown. So the last few times I've been along here, I've actually just skirted around the edge of the field. Just around the edge, so don't cause any damage. And I've done something else to it, John, since we were last here. I've only got my flip-flops on. So we're going to walk towards that clump of trees there, and that's where the mill is. There's a helicopter up there. So this is the field we've walked across. You see him? I can't actually see. Only got one lens in. Oh, there's a bird. There's the hills, there's John. And heading towards that clump of trees. This is what they're looking like from this direction. But I'm going to show you the way the body dumper would have come, which may have been this way, but this could be quite difficult to lug a body all the way up here. But there's a much easier way, and I'll show you. Okay, here I am in the clump of trees. So watch the nettles. This is the path here. Oh, that's where we're going. Into there. You scared? Am I building up the atmosphere? No, okay. Actually, it's a very nice place, good energy here. Now, here we go. First glimpse, here we are in a bit of a clearing. See the light just shredding through the leaves there? It's nice and quiet, I'm not going to say a word for a minute. Then, what's that? What is that? Looks like a building of some sort. Oh, I feel like I'm in a Famous Five novel. Walking towards it. Looks like an old mill of some sort, which indeed it is, as we know. Let's go and have a look inside. Steps. Hope there's no spiders in here. That's the bottom of it there. Okay. So, body is lying probably in there, or maybe on that shelf. There's the other window/door. There's the top, a tree canopy. Ta-da! So that's a little tunnel bit in there. So that's probably, she might jump down there, she's feeling fit, or she might go in that way into that space. There's a geocache here as well, actually, in the trunk, that trunk there, straight ahead, right there. Right, now, Claire. Oh, bee or wasp. Right, off to the main road then. So, I reckon, there's a tree hugger. You'll just look back at the mill again from here. That's it from here. So, this is what I think. I'm just going to walk you along this little path. We've planted trees here as well. A little path here. And there's a very convenient road for a car to drive up with a body stashed in the boot. Can't believe we've been so flippant about dead bodies, actually, because we're very compassionate people. Oh, I should be showing you what I'm walking over my flip-flops. Okay, there. Here we are, see? There's the road. I'm just going to shimmy over this fence. There's actually a gap further along in the fence. Should have taken you that way to be more specific. So, here's the road. And guess what? That road, if you go down there, you join the Forgandenny Road. It's very, very easy to turn off the Forgandenny Road and up here. That goes, if you followed that, it takes you around the back of Strathallan School. That way. So I reckon a car would come up the Forgandenny Road from up there, face this way. It would drive up here. Remember the mill's through there, you can still see it through the trees. He would drive up here, or she, I'm assuming. Oh, there's a car coming. Oh no, this is going to look suspicious. La 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 la. I think I got away with it. Right, so carry on. Oh. So, he would drive to here, and look at that, a handy gate, hey? So, what he would do is, he would undo the handy gate. I'm just going to shimmy over though. So remember, that's the road that we've just driven up. The baddie's just driven up. Here's the gate. He parks the car here, kills the lights, comes through the gate. You wouldn't want to drag a body over there. Well, you could, I suppose, if you had to. Then drag the body, or, I don't know, throw it over your shoulder. There might even be two of them, for all I know. Don't want to give anything away. I actually don't know yet. So anyway, here we go. We're along this path. And that's probably, if I was going to deposit a body, that's the way I would do it. But then, what do I know? And there we are, right in front of us. There. Drag the body or carry the body to here, and you could either throw it down the steps or walk around there and put it in carefully. Okay. Now, oh, there's a feather. Oh, that's an angel. Is nearby. Oh, there's another one. Perhaps it was a shredded animal. Okay. There's a little garden gnome perched on the tree. Okay, so now you've got the gist. I'm going to switch off and I'm going to take you back to the Three Little Pigs house and where Millie would go for her walk. Because she won't know that this place exists, because she'll be dead surprised that it does, because she'll have passed the turn off so often on her little jaunts. Forgot to say, that's 4:23 now. I can't remember what time the time check was the first time around, but that's 4:23. This is me just retracing my steps. That's where I've come from. That's where I'm going. Well, I'm not going that way, I just wanted to show you that nice view. That's where I should go, but look how overgrown it is. Oh, it's gone dark. Why is that? Must be doing something with the light, because I was in the trees. So we're just going to shimmy over this field again. Look how fertile it all looks. Wonderful. Right, we're going to head back this way again. Okay, so that's where we've come from, the mill. There's my house. And here we are back at the Three Little Pigs house, but at the back of it now. So, Millie would probably just ignore this lane. She would follow that sign there, which says... Oh, actually, it says Dunbarney Walk and Pitkeithley Wells, 1/4 of a mile. So there's a Three Little Pigs. There was the road up to the Three Little Pigs house, remember, where the deer are down there. And down here, smells of garlic in the summer. Lots of wild garlic down here. It's all completely covered in white in the summer. Down there, just all down there, it's just all brown now. Wild garlic's all gone. That's the Three Little Pigs house there. And we're coming down this footpath and we're going to join the Forgandenny Road at a different place, obviously, than the baddie will drive up it, because the car wouldn't be able to come up here. This is just purely a footpath. Good cycle as well, actually. If she has a bike, she could bring a bike round here. She doesn't want to walk. She wants a bit of exercise but doesn't want to walk or doesn't have time. Probably do it in 20 minutes. Half an hour maybe. Now, that's just looking across to the field. The hazy sunshine still at the moment. You would get this. It could be. It was warm, but you could get a sunny, hazy day like this quite easily in October. I love October, actually. One of my favourite months. Oh, there's an open bit. There's Moncrief Hill again. Can pretty much keep Moncrief Hill in sight all the way on this walk. Berries for the birdies. .30. Just giving you a bit of an idea of time scales, how long it would take. I've no idea how much battery's left in my phone, and I don't want to go off the video mode in case I lose myself, which is entirely possible. Okay, I'm going to switch off for a minute because it's like this for the next wee whiley.
Oh no, there's apple tree up there, see?
Oh yeah, so there's... can you see that apple tree there? and one's fallen on the floor. And then we've got rose hips there, and what are they?
Oh, loads of them.
Oh, so there are loads of them. More berries there. And we're coming down now. You can probably hear the traffic. We're coming down onto the Forgandenny Road, which obviously goes to Forgandenny. Okay, watch how fast some of these cars go. Vroom! Vroom! Okay, there's a bike. That's back towards Bridge of Erne. So we're only on the road very, very briefly. We're just going to turn right after that, where that wall ends, off the main road again. So this is the Forgandenny Road though, and back there, that way, the direction I'm pointing now, I suppose a quarter of a mile on your right would be that road for the baddie to drive up with the body in the boot. So here we are back on this bit. This is my least favourite part of the walk, but it is only for 3 minutes or so. Here we are, I'm just going to turn right here by this wall. So that's Forgandenny 1 mile that way, Dunning 6 that way, and Bridge of Erne 1.5 that way if you're following the road. But we're not going to follow the road, we're going to swing right down here. Switch off for a second. So we've just turned off that busy road. We're walking down here, and got the fields over there and over there. And that's back from where we've come. Now in a minute, Millie will have two choices. She can either duck left down the Silver Walk, which is a footpath, which is nice, but it's all enclosed with trees, and I sometimes find it's a bit dark. And oh, hello. Hello. You're the nice dog that doesn't bark. Where's your other friend that barks? I don't like him as much. You're lovely though, aren't you? Oh, okay. Yeah, so she could go left along the Silver Walk. It makes the walk a little bit shorter, but I prefer to follow this road round, and I'll show you why in a minute, because my favourite bit of the walk's on the road rather than along the Silver Walk path. But it's well known locally, the Silver Walk. Lots of people walk down there, run down there, cycle down there, take the dogs down there. Okay, so we're just coming up to the bit where she might choose to take some funny noise in the bushes there. Okay, that's the Silver Walk there. See, there's a sign. So, oh, there's something in that. Something in the grass moved. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Remote controlled lawnmower. Anyway, I'm digressing. So, yeah, so that's the Silver Walk there, along there. You can hear the tractor in the field over the hedge there. But we're not going to go that way, we're going to go this way. Oh, it's gone all dark. It must take a while to adjust. Sorry about this, I know it must be like being on a roller coaster. I'm going to stop for a minute. Okay, now, this place that we're about to pass, this place, we're in Pitkeithley Wells, a small hamlet. And Pitkeithley Wells is a place where people used to come and take the waters that were thought to be healing waters. Look at this lovely shaped building here. And people would come up the Erne by boat and be brought here in their horse and carriage to take the healing waters. Then they would have some light refreshment, maybe some liquid refreshment in the Cypress Inn, and then go home again by boat. Then it became a bottling plant for Schweppes. On the next bench you'll see that. In the woods there, straight ahead, is an owl's nest. Again, I'm not attracted to dark paths like that somehow, just not. I prefer open spaces. But in the summer, in the spring, when you come down here, there's a cacophony of sound, just the birds. I'm going to shut up for a minute and see if we can hear anything, apart from the tractor. That was a bottling plant in there, straight ahead. Not anymore. It's flats or houses now. There's the hills we walked over from a different angle. And this road is pretty much like this now for a mile. So it's the woods on one side there, but then on the other side it opens up, and this is the bit I love. I love this bit, it's so open, bordered by the hills, golden fields. I love this bit. I don't know if you can see it because it's quite hazy, but just trust me. I'm going to stop for a minute and catch up again when we get around that bend at the top. So we're just continuing along this road. That's where we've come. That's the open bit that I love for some reason, just love it to bits. A little bit of breeze stirring there. First breeze we've had all day. It's now 10 to 5. 10 to 5. See, there's some of the trees starting to turn colour there, but nothing really yet. There's an old Iron Age hill fort up there actually. Fantastic views. Bit of a steep climb to it. A noisy woodpecker on the way. Elusive, can hear him but can't see him.
What about that?
Okay, so this is where we've come. That's Glen Earn House. down there, but we are going this away. Oh, a vehicle. Let's get off the road. Okay, so that's where we've come from. That's Marjorie. Marjorie cleans the lodges, and that's Gregor and their dog Doyle. Just met them. There is a heron just there. Don't know if you can see it, but there is, honestly, I'm not lying. There's the back of John's head again. And sometimes two birds of prey sit in those trees and call to each other, and I could stand there for hours and listen to them. Sometimes I've tried to do my little bird noises and join in the conversation. Coos. That's Scott's View up there. And if you follow the Wallace Road, there's a path called the Wallace Road up to Scott's View. The Wallace Road is where William Wallace marched his army. And it's called Scott's View though because Sir Walter Scott mentioned it in his book The Fair Maid of Perth, and it was one of his favourite views. He used to stop on horseback and gaze at the view on his way from somewhere to somewhere. Can't remember where. Invermay to Perth, that was it. You see, menopausal brain. Moo. Moo. Right now, remember the Silver Walk I told you about?
What's that done again?
Yep, this is where the Silver Walk would come out. So we've kind of gone all the way round the road, but that's where the Silver Walk would come out. Silver Walk to Pitkeithley, and the other end was to Bridgeverne this way. And a nice little bridge there. Nice little bridge there. There's an even nicer bridge. What? Where? What are we looking at? Oh yeah, there's the heron again. I don't know if it's the same one. Oh, there he goes. You see him? Oh, I hope you got that. I can't actually see what I'm pointing at. He flapped. Is he gone? Quite an ungainly. He's moving slowly. John, I don't think he'll respond to that. Okay, thank you. Here's the other bridge I told you about. A good bridge to play poo sticks. Here. Okay, so we've come from there and we're going past Kilgraston Girls' School, and they've got their own equestrian bit where the girls can bring their own horses. Imagine that. Just looking over to Scott's View again, and round this bend we will be almost coming back into Bridgeverne again. Over there you can see the motorway in the distance. Is that the motorway or is that the A912? Or each other. It's a road with cars on it. Here we are now. We're coming back into the village. The Kintillo end of the village. Everything over that wall is the grounds of Kilgraston School. Used to be a convent, then a Catholic girls' school, and now they take non-Catholics as well. But it is all girls except for their nursery school where they take little boys as well. Stop again for a second. Okay, so we're just approaching the gates of Kilgraston there now. Oops. There we are, see? And they've got a lovely long driveway down, and the building itself, like a big old house, is lovely. I used to coach netball in their gym. I don't know if you can see that, it's gone dark again. It's a long driveway. fields on either side, and horses in the fields there and jumps. And the Roost restaurant, oh, this restaurant is amazing. Food is fantastic. And this is where Craig might bring Millie when they start getting a bit closer. It's expensive, but it's lovely. And it's Tim and Anna are the owners. Okay, there's a little footpath there that goes off to a park. And I'm just coming along the road, and just at where those temporary traffic lights are, I don't know what's going on there. We're going to turn right just where that car is coming out, and that's us onto Hewfield Road. There used to be all thatched cottages along there at one time. That house is called Hewlett's Bield. No idea what that means. There's another nice little boat arrangement there on the corner. I don't know if we can get around there. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that. It's jolly nice. That's going to Forgan, and that's going to back into Bridgeverne. And that is... no. The time now is 5:23. There's a lovely thatched house there. Belongs to the man that used to have the antique shop. I think he could be a yes voter. Hewfield House. But all the cottages along here used to be thatched at one time. Nice roads. I like Hewfield Road. Heugh is Heugh-Field house. This is Hewfield Road. And there's the back, there's a little, the gym I think, or an art studio in the garden of Hewfield House. And there's Moncrief Hill in the distance again. You can see there. And then all the way along here, really, really lovely houses. I love them all. Really, really nice. So I'm going to switch off now because Hewfield Road is rather, well, longish. So that's where we've come. And here we are approaching yet another bridge into Bridgeverne. Should be called Bridges of Erne, really, shouldn't it? Because there are many of them. Now if you look right, that's Hewfield Place. That's where my mum and dad live. They live, you can't see it, but it's tucked in the corner. Down there on the right, tucked in the corner. That's their house. That's the Hewfield Road has disappeared around the bend. And we are coming up to the main street now, into the village. And it's 5:28. Still warm. Still got my t-shirt on. Still wish I had my shorts on. That's a nice tree. What kind of tree is that, John? What kind of tree is that? Just nice pink flowers on it. Here we are.